Hello everybody and welcome to Create with Jeannie's Happy Hour Stamping on Fridays. Last week I shared with you several different cards created with a fun fold using our designer series paper. This week I've added another fun fold and a great way to show you how you can use up all that stash that you have. We all know we have it. We all love designer series paper, but sometimes we seem to kind of keep a stash or hoard it. And I hope by sharing with you a couple fun folds that you can use your designer series paper with, you will get some of that out and you will start using it. All right, today I'm not live. I'm heading to a wedding this weekend, and so I wanted to still share with you these projects and keep you coming back every Friday. The stamp set that I'm going to be sharing with you today is this Sand and Sea collection. It's in our mini catalog that goes through June 30th. Now the stamp set is a bundle right now, and it will be in our new annual catalog, but not as a bundle. So you may want to pick that up now. And the designer series paper that we're going to be using will be going away. So once it sells, it'll be gone, but it's just a fun paper, fun colors, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. We're also going to, I also used this embossing folder right here, which is really neat. It embosses shells. And we're not doing it today, but it coordinates with a die that you can, I thought I had it right here in front of me, and I don't have it, but it coordinates with the die that comes with it so that you can not only die cut, but you can emboss the image at the same time. So I'm going to set that aside, and let's pull things away, and let's get started. All right, to start out on the card, we are going to use a piece of paper that is 5.5 by 12 inches, and we're going to score it at 3 3/4 and 7 3/4. Let me bring out my paper trimmer here. Now you might not have a paper trimmer that has scoring on it, but you can also use a simply scoreboard. That would work just fine too. Either way. All right. And I am going to, I'm just checking here because I don't see it recording. So I just want to make sure I'm recording. There we go. Okay. We are going to score it, as I said, at 3 3/4, which is right here. And then make sure that I am using my scoring blade. I don't want to accidentally cut it. So the dark blade right here is a cutting blade. So I'm going to move that aside. And this light one is a scoring blade. What's nice about our trimmer is that this arm folds out and it goes to a complete 17 inches. It's both in numeric and in the metric. And so I have this set at 3 3/4. I'm going to score it, and then I'm going to scoot it over to my 7 3/4. I was hoping that the numbers would show there, but I think I moved it up a little too high. All right, so let's pull that paper out. One of the things I love about this card is it's so easy to do. You can choose to decorate it really fancy, or you can keep it really simple. And today I'm keeping it pretty simple. I want to show you ways that you can use your paper up quick and easy. So we have the fold. The top part is a little bit smaller. This is the 3 3/4 here. And then I'm going to open it up, and it opens like that. With this paper, because it is only in one direction, or it doesn't have a one direction, I should say, we can switch it out. So if I wanted to switch it out now, let's see if I go this way, and have more of the blue, I'm just going to fold it the other way. So the same designer series paper can be created this way, or we can fold it back this way, just by simply folding it. So what's kind of fun is you can pick out some paper that you like and fold it both ways until you come up with exactly what you like. All right, let's put this together now. I'm going to use some soft suede ink, and then I chose one of the sentiments. This one says, "Friends are like seashells, you collect them along the way." And then this is some of our In Color Seaside Spray ribbon that's going away. Here you can see how I embossed this piece of Sahara sand with that embossing folder. And see how detailed that is? It's so pretty. I'm also using our layering circles, and I did a scallop edge with our Seaside Spray, and then I just have a piece of our basic white in the middle. And then I have some of the Seaside Spray here with some of our basic white to go inside. I believe this is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4, and then the white is 3 1/2 by 5. So it's an easy piece there to cut. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere that on the inside of the card. I had a class earlier tonight and I left my Seal Plus down there, so I happen to have one of our old snails up here, and I'm just going to go ahead and use that. Now, as I'm putting this in, I'm bringing it all the way over to the corner on this one. So it's right here where the score line is, and I'm going to go ahead and put that down. And I can fold that close like that. And I'm going to adhere this down on my front. A little bit there. I don't want to have any on the two ends because I don't want it to seal it closed. So this piece is 4 1/4 wide, and I think it's about 2 1/2 inches. Let me see exactly. Actually, it's 2 inches. So it's 2 inches wide by 4 1/4. Now let's go ahead and put our sentiment on here. I have to tell you, I just pulled out some pieces. I haven't designed this card ahead of time. I just grabbed some things that I thought would go good together, and I'm kind of creating it as I go. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and put my sentiment right here. I think that looks good. Get that out of the way so that I don't put my hand in it. And then one of the designer series paper has all of these shells all over it. And so I decided to just go ahead and cut some of them out, and I'm going to use those on the inside of the card and on this circle that's going to go on the front. Now, some of the dies that are included, if you buy the bundle, are the different shells. So you could stamp and die cut and emboss, but I decided to just use the paper because I did want this to be pretty quick and something that everyone could do even if you didn't have the die cuts. Now, I would usually get the die cuts and I'd get it as a bundle because when you do purchase this as a bundle, you save 10%, which is always great to have any savings. I am really glad that this stamp set is going to be staying with us into the next catalog. I think it's a lot of fun, and living here in California, we do a lot of beach trips, so I know this will be fun to have. All right, so now I have some different pieces here. I'm just going to pull them up there, and let's see. I think I'll go ahead and put that one right there, and I'm going to go ahead and add some dimensionals on the back because I want to pop that up a little bit. I might even turn that. I think that looks much better. I'm going to turn that so it curves right up there with my sentiment right there. Let's see. Do I want that one? Or do I want this one? All right, I think I'm going to do that one. And this one I'm just going to adhere down. What's fun is once you start grabbing a few of the different pieces and layering them up, it comes to life. I just think it's nothing you have to have totally planned out. Let's see. Maybe I'll pop that up there like that. And then I'm going to pull those aside and put this together and then see if I want to add any more. I may not, and I might. So that's the nice thing about this is you can just kind of design as you go and you can add as you want. I find it better to do a little less because it's always easier to add something versus taking something away. Now I'm going to center this at the top so my scallop goes around like that. Don't you like that? I think that turned out really pretty. All right, now here on the back, excuse me for grabbing up in front here, I am just going to add a piece of this ribbon. And I'm going to kind of just put it down like that, I think. Let me see. Actually, let's go this way. Let's bring this in. I think I like that. Okay, so I will flip this over, lay this down, and then a lot of times I'll just take some of our tear and tape. You could also use Scotch tape. That'll work fine too. But tear and tape is right here, and it's always with my stamping supplies, so it's the perfect thing to use for this. Okay, so I've kind of got that out there, and I'm just going to put this down. I know it looks kind of messy, but just put that down like that. So now it's on my back, and add some dimensionals to that. I'm probably going to add 4 or 5 because with that ribbon on the back, it is pretty thick, and I want to make sure that it's very secure. Maybe one more. It's very secure on my card because I don't want it to fall off. I'm going to bring this back here. There we go. And I think I need to trim the ribbon off just a little bit. I think I want it to be straight too. I don't think I'm going to do like an angle on it. Just a little bit. I think that the natural jute look in here just kind of went with the whole sand theme type thing. All right, so now we have the inside and we have all these other pieces. So I think I'm going to play around a little bit. Let's see if I like that. I'm not sure if I want the yellow in here or not. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and keep that in there. So let's go ahead and we're going to adhere down this one right there. And then this one I'm going to pop up. I guess adding a little bit of the So Saffron in there just kind of will pop it a little bit, having a little more color. There we go. And then where did my shell go? Okay, here we go. Let's add this little shell. All right, do I have any other pieces I'm missing? Oh, here's one more shell. Maybe I'll go ahead and add that one on there too. There we go. All right, so here we go. It's just laid out flat and it goes like that. I think this would be a great card if you wanted to send someone a picture. Maybe you were at the beach and you went with someone, you might want to send a thank you, or just if you have grandkids, you might want to send it to your grandparents. And it'd be so cute to put a picture right here and then maybe write a little message about the day. It also can stand up. I don't know if it's probably on the camera, it's probably not the easiest to see, but it's neat because you can stand this up and it's a great thing to have on someone's desk or coffee table or something, just sharing just a fun day. All right, so you guys want to see a couple other cards with this layout? Let me bring them in. Last week I used the Art Gallery stamp set. It does have the coordinating dies, and I created this card with this one. So I had a little bit left over of the Designer Series paper, and I made a belly band. And then I used our Stitch So Sweetly dies and created this background here. This is the bumblebee. Added a little bit of white. I stamped and die cut the flower, stamped here, and then added just a little bit of ribbon. And this one I didn't stamp inside. I just left it pretty simple because it was just a quick and easy card. I could definitely go back and dress that up a little bit. All right, and then my last card is, again, with a sweet ice cream set. I shared one with you last week, and let me show you this one. This one's a little bit different. I did make my paper a little bit larger here because I liked the idea where it has this cinnamon cider check on the end. I kind of like the little cinnamon cider ridge right here. So you can play with it and really do whatever you would like, you know, changing up the size in that. I used the scallop circle here, and then I punched out the ice cream, and then it just says "You are cool." So that was kind of a fun, another fun fold one. All right, let me bring those back in. And I just realized I wanted to add something else on here because I had some of these left over. These are, I'm going to scoot this over while I do it. These are our opal rounds, and they're just so fun. They look like bubbles under the water. So I thought it would be a fun thing to add on here. And maybe add another one over here. They are a little bit thicker, so it's definitely you want to take into account for that if you are going to be mailing the card. But I do think they look like bubbles under the water, so it is really pretty. So it kind of just finishes it off a little more. All right, so I'm going to put all 3 cards out here. There we go. And right up here is my host code. I have that host code open until Sunday evening. So if you place an order using my host code of $25 or more, I'm going to send you one of my cards. So I have a lot of them made from last week and this week. And if you would like to get one of the cards, go ahead and place an order, and I will send one right out to you. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's cards. Next week, I'm going to be featuring our new In Colors and just giving you a little bit of taste of some projects that you will like and what the different In Colors, the colors look like, the papers, the markers, and that in the inks. So I will see you back here next Friday at 3 o'clock. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.